Your problem is you're too smart. And in this video, I'm going to share with you 6 signs that you are smarter than your coworkers. The first sign is that you are not an early bird. Now, in my video a couple weeks ago, I talked about how being a part of the 5 a.m. club isn't all that it cracked up to be. And actually, we have research on our side. There was a study that actually suggests that those who wake up a little bit later might have higher intelligence. The study findings suggest that the more intelligent individuals may be more likely to acquire and espouse evolutionary novel values and preferences than less intelligent individuals. While general intelligence may have no effect on the acquisition and espousal of evolutionary familiar values and preferences. And just a side note here, what type of intelligence we're talking about is going to be somewhat subjective, but that would be a whole separate rant. So you have an excuse to sleep in. You're welcome. The next sign that you are smarter than most of the people that you work with is that you don't think you're smart. People who don't know anything think they know a lot. This is called the Dunning-Kruger effect, and this explains so much in the workplace. What the Dunning-Kruger effect suggests is that when we know a little bit about something, we have very high confidence. We think that we know it all. But then the more that we learn, the more that we realize we don't know all of the things, and our confidence in the area starts to wane. Don't worry, it eventually picks back up. In fact, this has probably been you before. Think about it. You're learning Excel and you finally master the VLOOKUP. You feel like an Excel guru. You put highly proficient onto your resume and low-key gloat about what an Excel whiz you are, until you're asked to write an if and or formula. Then you're like, WTF. You begin to realize all of the formulas and all of the things that you don't know, and you start to feel like a big Excel moron. The point is, the smarter you are, the dumber you feel. But as you start to learn more formulas, your confidence starts coming back. Which leads me to the next sign that you are smarter than most of your coworkers. And that's you have a lot of questions. I have a dumb question. The funny thing is that the questions that people ask are rarely dumb. Instead, they almost are always a signal about how much you actually understand what's going on. Back in my software training days, I would periodically ask if anyone had questions. And the way that I knew that I completely missed my mark and everyone was over their heads was that there would be no questions. Because as soon as that feature or function was really understood, oh, there were questions.
How does this fit into our process? What happens if I skip this step? Will I blow up the internet if I click this button?
This, of course, applies in general too. For example, let's say that your company rolls out a fancy new product. They explain what it does and the benefits. If you have service level knowledge and maybe that's all you need, you're probably not going to have any questions. But when you deeply understand, you're going to have a ton. The questions that you ask are going to help you see the bigger picture or understand the details in more detail. And it's even possible that the questions that you ask stem from this next sign that you are smarter than most people. You are curious AF. Now, there was another really interesting study that pointed to curiosity as a sign of intelligence, and it has 2 major benefits. First, curiosity actually makes you more tolerant of ambiguity, which is convenient because we've been living in unprecedented times for 2.5 years now. For real though, this is going to serve you very well across your career. Whether you're in a fast growth environment like a startup, going through big career changes, leadership changes, and even navigating big industry and economic changes. The other massive benefit to curiosity is that curious people are more proactive in their knowledge acquisition. Self-learning is kind of your thing, and that's probably why you're here watching this video right now. People with above average intelligence are lifelong learners. You probably also read books, like my new book that's coming out that's just over here in my background. And yes, I am shamelessly promoting it. In addition to taking courses, listening to podcasts, attending conferences, etc. And the thing I actually love most about this sign is that this trait is also one that is going to help you so much across your life. Your ongoing personal development and your ongoing professional development are going to differentiate you. Coupled with your knack for asking the right questions and fully analyzing a situation, you are going to bring forward really innovative solutions to problems that exist. Which actually leads me to the next sign that you are smarter than most of your coworkers. You are highly self-aware. This one is from a personal observation across my career. Whenever I've met someone who is highly ambitious, highly intelligent and highly successful, they have one thing in common. They are extremely self-aware. They know exactly where their potential is. They know exactly what impact that they can make. They know what their limitations are and the role they play in the big picture as well. And I want you to have high self-awareness, which is why you can download my UIQ Starter Kit for free right now. It's going to help you identify where you are truly exceptional at work so that you can accelerate your career. Now there's one more sign, and this is, I think, the most crucial one to career success, but also a demonstrator of multiple types of intelligence. The sixth sign that you are smarter than most is you know how to navigate office politics. So often intelligence is thought of in the analytical perspective, like the formal IQ test perspective. However, emotional intelligence and social intelligence are also extraordinarily important. And navigating corporate politics requires all three. In fairness, corporate politics can be very challenging to learn how to navigate, even for the smartest people. Don't worry, I've made it extremely simple. Go and watch this video right now to increase your knowledge on how to navigate office politics.